Wipers beating time against the freezing gray, counting down the miles where the harvest went away. I'm driving these levees, just keeping the ghost in the seat, where the drainage canal and the service road finally meet. The engine's humming low, just a steady, tired song, trying to remember where the names of the people belong. I see the silos hollow like rib cages in the dark. No more grain moving, no more diesel spark. I've got the logbook stacked here, bound in cracked up skin. Her hand on the pages, telling me where I've been. But the ink is getting faint and the water's rising high, and I'm scared to stop the truck, scared to let the memory die. Oh, help me keep the names, let the dashboard light remain, before they drown beneath the levees in the November rain. I'm saying them slow, saying them into the cold, before the story turns to water and the truth gets old. Before the truth gets old. I pulled off on the shoulder where the field has turned to lake. I can see her in the mirror, I can see her in the glass, but the final thing she whispered, it's gone November rain, it's gonna rain. I'm saying them slow, saying into the cold, before the story turns to water and the truth gets gone. Oh, help me keep the names, let the dashboard light remain. The frost is heavy on the dead corn rows, where the November wind usually blows. Just a rusty harvester, quiet in the shed, waiting for the auctioneer to count the living and the dead. There's a silence here that wasn't here before, like a tired man leaning on a heavy wooden door. 200 acres of dust and old receipts, a kitchen table where the winter wind eats. I found a yellowed notice in a box under the bed, words we never spoke, but everybody said. It's hard to let the legacy just fade into the gray, watching 60 years of sweat just blow away. Oh, the fences are broken and the silos are bare, and the ghost of my father is still standing right there. He's buried beneath that old cottonwood tree, looking out at a land that no longer belongs to me. Yeah, the harvest is over and the sky is turning cold, a family story that's finally been told.
Family story that's finally been told.
The porch light is flickering against the dying sun. I think I hear my boy coming home, never was the one. He traded the furrow for a street light glare. Didn't want the burden of the ghost we carry here. It's just dirt, but it was mine. Just a little bit of dust in a whole lot of time. The atrophy is a vein of black ink in the gray. I'm feeding the ribs of the drum with the limbs of the day. Pecan wood burns with a sweet and a stubborn white light, the signal nobody needs in the middle of the night. My boots are caked in the silt where the riverbeds turn, watching the ghost of the ferry go up in the fire. She hummed the old hymns while the hulls hit the mud. The delta was thicker than water, it ran in our blood. I dug my heels in the bank, let the arguments swell. She walked toward the highway, I stayed with the shell. Now the shrimp docks are empty, the pier's bowing down, and the fog is the only thing left of this town. Oh, I'm braiding the fog with a sweet-smelling thread for the captains who stopped, for the rivers I bled. Burning the limbs just to say that I'm here, keeping the memory from drowning in fear. It's a stubborn old ritual, a smoke signal sigh for a way of the water that's passing me by.
I open my mouth to call out to her name, but the sound of her voice is just ash in the flame. I'm straining to hear what the tune used to be, but the water is rising and taking the key. I catch the echo, it's gone with the tide.
Oh, I'm braiding the fog with a sweet-smelling thread for the captains who stopped, for the rivers I bled. Burning the limbs just to say that I'm here, keeping the memory from drowning in fear. It's a stubborn old ritual, a smoke signal sigh for a way of the water that's passing me by.
Just smoke in the basin, just drift on the bend.
The snow is horizontal now, white against the gray, eating up the skyline, the harbor, and the bay. The iron fingers lock in ice, the cable stiff and cold. A graveyard of the freighters, a story twice told. I'm walking down the slipway, the sleet against my skin, finding where the frozen air and metal ends begin. I turn the wheel, one slow rotation of the crane, a ghost of all the loading work that's washing down the drain. Not for the ore, not for the steel, not for the city light, just to keep the seized up joints from cracking in the night. Your logs are in the booth, the ink is fading fast. Weather reports from years ago, memories that last. We tracked the squalls together, you wrote the speed and swell. Before the deep black water took the only things I'd tell. I see your name scratched deep right here, etched into the pane. Before the sea erased the ship, before the winter rain. Inside the cabin glass, the frost has grown its fern. I shout your name against the wind, I watch the beacon turn. It doesn't answer, boy, it's just the sound of lake effect. A lifetime's load of wreckage that the blizzard will protect. I turn the wheel, one slow rotation of the crane, a ghost of all the loading work that's washing down the drain. Not for the ore, not for the steel, not for the city light, just to keep the seized up joints from cracking in the night. It's holding on to me. The air turned to iron in the Cumberland Gap, and the red clays hardened like a snapping trap. I stepped through the doorway of the old curing shed, with a ghost for a shadow and the weight of the dead. Frost on the iron, the hinge gave a groan. In the hollow of a valley I once called my home. Lighting the wick while the November winds cry, under a low Appalachian winter sky. Just a flicker of oil for a life turned to shake, for the blood that we shared we didn't take. Can't let the darkness swallow the kin, so I the lantern and I let him back in. I found your name carved in a dust-covered beam, when the Kentucky mornings felt more like a dream. The ledgers are stacked high, the barn's breathing cold, and I'm just a story that's already been told. Your laughter is trapped in the rafters above, beneath 70 years of mountain-born love.
The buyers came knocking, they offered their hand, but they don't see the kin beneath all of this land. They only see shade and they only see dirt. They don't feel the pride or the Appalachian hurt. I'm the last one standing, but I'll keep this lantern lit till the break of the dawn.
Yeah, I'm lighting the wick while the November winds cry, under a low Appalachian winter sky. Just a flicker of oil for a life turned to shake, for the blood that we shared we didn't take. Can't let the darkness swallow the kin, so I turn the lantern and I let him back in. See you on the morning side, brother. prairie's got a way of scouring the name right off the gate. Diesel stains on my knuckles, working late on a Tuesday, 30 years too late. The dust is piling deep against the siding of the depot. A ghost commute, no ticket, no people. I'm pulling staples, watching the wire slacking in the gale, listening for the hammer thump of a phantom rail. A freight comes screaming westward, a wall of steel and light, carrying the city's hunger through the middle of the night. They don't slow down for the grain town, don't whistle for the street, just a rhythmic, cold ambition vibrating through the heat. I'm leaning on the fence post, watching the red sparks fly, just another shadow beneath a hard Kansas sky. Oh, the towns are turning hollow and the silos leaning thin, waiting for a wind that never really lets us in. I'm keeping watch on cattle that aren't even mine to own, just a character of silence carving out a home. And the further that they travel, the faster I'm erased by the blowing of the dust and the miles I never faced. There's a box beneath the floorboards, loose pine and rusted screw, full of ink and paper addressed to a version of you. Words that never travel, pages stained by the grit. I never found the stamp, never had the nerve to commit. Just a ledger of departures, a catalog of leaving, everything I didn't say, mapped in dried up clay. I chose the stay, I chose the stay, I chose the stay, I chose the stay. Waiting for a wind that never really lets us singe. I'm keeping watch on cattle that aren't even mine to own, just a character of silence, carving out a home. And the further that they travel, the faster I'm erased by the blowing of the dust and the miles I never faced. The lights take the track, I'm still here watching, train horn fading into a low, dry whistle. Pines are heavy with the first wet coat. Blue smokes are drifting from an old patch coat. Frost on the iron, ice on the press. The Lord's own winter in its Sunday dress. Burnt back limbs and a dying flame, calling out a ghost who don't have a name. Oh, the snow don't forgive what the frost forgot. The rots in the wood, two pillars on this ridge of stone. Now one of us is ashes and the other is alone. Wanted the valley, I wanted the peak. 30 years of silence and nobody would speak. I held to the soil like it was the word, ignoring the things that my own kin preferred. Now the cider press is rusted, the contracts are gone, and I'm still a-burning while he's past the dawn. Oh, the snow don't forgive what the frost forgot. The rots in the white two pillars on this ridge of stone. Now one of us is ashes and the other is alone. Developers coming with their ink and their lies to bury the mountains under steel gray skies. I kept the trees growing while the family died. Now there's nothing but snow and a mountain of pride. Should've let him go, should've gone down too, before the orchard turned this shade of blue. Just ashes under the orchard snow. Let it go, let it go. Frost is on the iron gate, November's breath is cold. A story written in the rust, a farm that's growing old. The cattle troughs are cracked and dry, the windmill's frozen still, and silence sits upon the porch and clings to every hill. The auction signs are peeling back against the cedar trees. A family's name is turning gray upon the northern breeze. The cattle calls are silenced now, the ring is overgrown. A man who spent his life in crowds is standing here alone. I found your name upon the Cedar Well, carved deep when you were 10. You left this land for oil and light and never came back home again. But I keep this fence from falling down, I keep the pasture clean, as if the ghost of all we were are still the only things I've seen. Oh, the norther's howling loud tonight, it's speaking out your name. And every rusted wire fence is burning like a dying flame. I'm lowering the bucket, son, I'm listening for the splash, but there's nothing here but winter wind and cedar turned to ash. I'll stay right here beside the well until the morning light, because if this land is truly gone, then so are you and I. Just cedar shadows in the frost beneath Oklahoma sky, wordless humming of the melody beneath the cedar well, sound of wind over dry grass. Brush straw sings on the pine plank floor, counting the dust by the loading door. The sorting belts are stiff with rot in this little patch of the world we forgot. This little patch of the world we forgot. I sweep the shadows, I sweep the light, getting ready for the coming of the Georgia night. The orchards are gone, paved over and gray, taking the harvest and her laughter away. She had a voice like a fiddle, she had a mind like a gale, and I watched her dreams go west on the tail of a rail. We didn't talk when she finally left, just a house full of pride and a life full of death. Oh, the postcards are stacked in the peachwood crate, a ledger of miles, a history of weight. I'm sweeping the floor to apologize to the ghost of the music in my daughter's eyes. I'm waiting for sunset, I'm waiting for cold, to read the stories that never got told.
Here's the last one dated years ago, before the highway, before the snow. My thumb shakes hard on the paper seal. It's the only thing left that's finally real. Dear Daddy, it says, breathe. I'm finally listening now.
Oh, the postcards are stacked in the peachwood crate, a ledger of miles, a history of weight. I'm sweeping the floor to apologize to the ghost of the music in my daughter's eyes. I'm weighing the stories that never got told.
Humming low, gravely.
It's quiet now, just the dust. Fade to silence of cicadas. Beaten mud's frozen to the truck bed steel, a crust of clay on the steering wheel. County Road 7 is a line of white. Drowny Road 7 is a line of white. Dragging the dawn through the end of the night. Dragging the dawn through the end of the night. I'm early again just to beat the cold to the only story that I've ever told. The heater's clicking, the cast iron sighs, dust in the frost from the window's eyes. I straighten the books where the pews are thin, patching the place where the draft gets in. It ain't for the kneeling, it ain't for the grace, it's just for the spirit of a vanishing place. Two souls left in the winter road, watching get buried in snow. Just a witness stand while the rest of the town is lost to sleep. Oh, keep the light in the rafter and bowl before the elevator went dark that night. His hand is etched in the timber grain, above the altar, above the pane. I hear him singing in the creak of the joist. Every time the rafters have a voice to hold the pews against the weight of the fate. Can you hear me, brother? The rafters still hold, they're standing strong in the bitter cold, while the prairie wind is turning bold. Two souls left in the winter road, watching world get buried in snow. Just a witness stand in the valley deep, while the rest of the town is lost to sleep. Just the wind in the wood. Transmission's groaning in the red clay mire. 3 weeks of rain has doused the last of the fire. The hospital wristband still itching my skin. I'm back in the holler, wondering where to begin. The fog's got a grip on the ridgeline tonight, swallowing up the dying church light. I pulled up the drive where the gate used to stand. Now there's a corporate sign staked in the land. Managed by Holdens, some ink on a page, while I was awaiting to die in a cage. They leased out the acreage each, the north-facing slope, sold off the dirt and they sold off the hope. Oh, the curing barn's weeping, the beams are warping, the ghost of the leaf burner silent and starving. My father laid every stone in that floor, now they're locking the chain on the tobacco shed door. The bloodline is fading, just a bill to be paid, in the shadow of a debt that the heavy rain made. I reckon the kinfolk forgot how to breathe, the smell of the cure in the way that we'd read. The tobacco stick stacked like a ribcage of old, now riding in silence out in the cold. They traded the heritage for a monthly check, while the flood water rises up to the deck. Oh, the curing bar's weeping, the beams are warping, the ghost of the leaf burner silent and starving. My father laid every stone in that floor, now they're locking the chain on the tobacco. The bloodline is fading, just a bill to be paid, in the shadow of a debt that the heavy rains off the wood. Lantern glass is sweating in the dark tonight, caught in a smear of fog pulling at the light. My boots are heavy with the mud of Levee Shore, where the river's been reclaiming what we worked before. The soaping rows are soggy, drowning in the gray. Whatever seeds we planted, the silt is washed away. And the daughter calls from town, her voice a thin sharp wire. Just take the money, Daddy, put the memory in the fire. Oh, the water doesn't care about the lines we drew, or the hollow in the pillow where she used to lie. It's true, the current's got a rhythm that the decades can't erase. I'm just the ghost of habit haunting this sinking place. The photographs are curled, the edges turning brown. She's smiling on the porch before the rains came down. I've got the ledger open, the ink is starting to bleed. There's no balance in the math for the things we truly need. I hear the barges moving through the blanket of the mist, a low metallic rumble that the heavy air has kissed. My hands are cracked and knotted like the cypress in the yard. I never thought of staying with something quite this hard. She says the bank is waiting, the paperwork is signed, but how do I leave the levee when my heart is so inclined to sit here in the drizzle while the watermarks get high and watch the way the river writes a final wet goodbye. The water doesn't care about the lines we drew, or the hollow in the pillow where she used to lie. It's true, the current's got a rhythm that the decades can't erase. I'm just a lantern glowing in a slow retreating place. The fog is closing in, just another rising tide. The lantern's cooling down, there's nothing left to hide. Juniper is charcoal, snapping underneath my heel, pulling ribbons from the embers, all this twisted, melted steel. I'm gathering the ghost of fence lines in the dark. Every length of wire holds a jagged, burnt-out mark. The mesas stand like sentries, cold against the blue. I'm still bundling the promise that I made to you. The drought was in the water, the fire in the wind, before the season crumbled, before the canyon pinned. I walked the blackened perimeter, searching for the stake, another piece of structure for the memory to make. The stars are sharp as flint now, high above the suit. I'm counting every mile, I'm counting every foot. Oh, the ash wind sings a hollow tune across the mesa floor, building up the barricades where we don't run no more. I'm weaving back the boundary, I'm twisting back the line, just a man in all the wire that I'm trying to define. It's a labor of the silence, it's a prayer into the grave, trying to keep the absence of you from blowing all away. I look up at the ridgeline where the evacuation burned, and I try to find the laughter that we never quite returned. I can see the campfire flicker, I can hear the verses hum, but the wind is stealing every word, leaving me so numb. It's gone, the sound of it, it's gone. Oh, the ash wind sings a hollow tune across the mesa floor, building up the barricades where we don't run no more. I'm weaving back the boundary, I'm twisting back the line, just a man in all the wire to define just wire in the dark. Just the wind against the bone, I'm rebuilding the silence all alone. Pecan smoke is low across the hollow creek, a language that the river knows but I can barely speak. 79 years lived inside this cypress frame. Now the bayou's changing faster than I can recall my name. Now the bayou's changing faster than I can recall my name. I'm standing by the barrel where the iron stays red, burning down the branches while the morning light is dead. Oh, the fog is thick and heavy where the river meets the sky, and the pecans fall like stones beneath the cold and silent eye. I light the fire, the boats that don't come home anymore, waiting for a memory that's washed up on the shore. It's a long way back to where the water used to flow, and the only light I'm following is 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Her name was in the hymnal that I kept inside the desk, next to rusted ferry gears and wood that's turned grotesque. She wanted to keep moving, find a life away from mud. But I had too much Hollow Creek running through my blood. I stood my ground and watched her headlights turn to red, and I've been burning hickory for the words I never said. I can't hear her humming in the fog. I can't hear the water in the bog. I can't hear her name at all. Oh, the fog is thick and heavy where the river meets the sky, and the Pecans fall like stones beneath the cold and silent eye. I light the fire, the boats that don't come home anymore, waiting for a memory that's washed up on the shore. It's a long way back to where the water used to flow, and the only light I'm following is 30 years ago. 30 years ago. The pecans fall, the smoke goes out, the river remembers better than I do. Friday rolls around, the heat has finally quit. The sky is turning bruised and thin, just a hazy bit. I walk the loading dock where the gin once had its say, but there's no cotton coming in, no trucks to light the way. I flip the switch, the floodlight throws a cone of jaundiced gold. Throws a cone of jaundiced gold. It's a landmark for a memory that I'm growing far too old to try and explain to the ghost in the hall, or the silence that's gathered, standing 10 feet tall. The scales are rusted shut, the hoppers filled with sand. Industrial investors took the soul right off the land. The moths are dancing circles in the halo of the beam, a flickering of static in a dead and fevered dream. I used to guide the drivers through the November haze with the sign that told them home through those heavy cotton days. Now the road is black and empty. Now the road is black and empty. The highway's gone to seed, but I keep the light burning for a different kind of need. And the light don't guide the haulers anymore. It's just a lantern hanging by a closing door, shining on the dust, shining on the gin, where the end of the harvest is finally letting in. The voices that I carried, the ones I couldn't save, still dancing in the neon, dancing on the grave of the cotton and the labor and the way we used to be. Burning just for the memory, burning just for me. My sister used to wait right here, her voice a gospel hum. She'd sit upon that desk and ask me when the shift was done. I pull the drawer, the metal drags, the dust as thick as wool. There's a stack of yellow wreaths, the dust as thick as wool. There's a stack of yellow receipts that the years don't try to pull. I found her favorite tape, the casing's warped and gray. I press the button down, hear the hiss clear the way, and she's singing near to thee, clear as a bell, inside this metal warehouse, inside this cotton shell. It's warping on the heads, the rhythm starts to slow, a gospel hymn drowning the November afterglow. I don't need a map, I don't need a lay it, I just for the gin went quiet, the China gates were chained, before the world grew hurried, and the industry remained. And the light don't guide the haulers anymore.